What is good? What is good? It is Mikey T, the movie star. I am back tonight for an exclusive review. That's right. Tonight, we're actually going to be doing an exclusive review of Dark Lo's most recent project, Extreme Measures. Extreme Measures by Dark Lo actually just released at the end of September. It is the third project from Dark Lo that he has released since getting let go the compassionate release in December. He had a compassionate release, plus he put up some bond money as well. 50,000 in bond money Dark Lo put up. So today I'm going to be reviewing Extreme Measures track by track, feature by feature. You know what I'm saying? It's the project that Dark Lo actually ended up doing with Havoc. Dark Lo paired with a number of producers when he got home. He came home. He worked with Harry Fraud. That project was actually mentioned on the Joe Budden podcast. He actually worked with V Don. He linked back up with V Don from all the acclaim that they had got over the past few years. And he linked up with Havoc, you guys. He linked up with Havoc from Mobb Deep. So it was kind of like a mesh of the best of the both worlds. You know what I mean? We had Philly and we had New York coming together. We had Philly and New York coming together, and it was pretty dope, man. Um, I liked the album. I thought it was very good. I'm gonna give you all my grade at the end. I will give my official letter grade at the end of the review today, but we're going to be going over each of the tracks, track by track, some lyrics. Some lyrics we'll get into specifically. We're going to be looking at both of the features. That Vado was on the project. That's right, Vado, who just came off a major battle with Saigon. That's a mixture of their names, but Vado and Saigon actually main evented at the MC War. They had a pretty cool battle. You guys can check that out. That was actually on beat though. Another joint, another joint on there is Styles P. So he's got Styles P on there, who is just coming off of that huge victory on the versus stage. You know what I'm saying? The Locks versus Dipset versus stage. So two major features on there. Unfortunately, no AR-Ab on the album. There was a mention of Ab where Dark Lo actually briefly mentioned AR-Ab in lyric. We will go over that as well. Of course, like I told you, usually on the reviews that we do here, we go over a lot of the lyrics. So you can expect to hear that. The Styles P joint, that was actually the title track, Extreme Measures, featuring Styles P. If anybody hasn't heard that, I'd suggest you guys to go check it out, man. Styles P's on there. Me and Dark Lo be laying low. Yeah, Styles P is a beast on the Extreme Measures album. We're going to be going over that track. Like I said, he's got Styles P, he's got Vado, and I believe they have an outro from Prodigy. That's right. I believe they have an outro from Prodigy actually on the track called Force of Life. Force of Life has an outro from Prodigy at the end. So if you guys want to check that out, let me know. Is that Prodigy voice? It seems to remind me of that interview Prodigy did right before he got locked up, when podcasting had sort of, not become the thing. He seemed to be dissing all the rappers that were making their name on the internet. Now, Nori or somebody, I believe it was Nori, he said if Prodigy was alive this day, he would probably have one of the best, most uncensored podcasts on the internet. And I do agree with that. Prodigy had a major voice. But tonight we're talking about Dark Lo. Why am I talking about Prodigy? Because this Dark Lo project, Extreme Measures, actually is a collaboration with one half of Mobb Deep, Havoc. It started off with Havoc just knowing a mutual friend of Dark Lo, and Lo saying, "Oh, you're linking with Havoc from Mobb Deep. Okay, well, let Havoc know I'd be interested in doing a record with him." Havoc responded, sent Dark Lo a record back. Dark Lo banged it out, and then said, "Hey, man, we should do a whole album together." And here we are, you guys. The world of the internet has changed, and the fact that somebody on the come up, somebody on the rise like Dark Lo, who is favorited by an actual musician in the industry. You know what I mean? he can actually end up working with him. Back in the 90s, you would never see no shit like that happen, man. You would never see no shit like that happen. So that's one thing I think we can be thankful for. That's one thing we can be thankful for this day and age. The fact that we could see Havoc and Dark Lo working together, even though Havoc comes from an era of classic material. You know what I'm saying? Dark Lo comes, as you'll hear me say later, Dark Lo, his music is classic as well. And I think Dark Lo's music is more than classic than on just a hood level. You know what I mean? Mobb Deep, hood music for sure. Shout out to all my killers and my $100 billers. You know what I mean? Some of the most gangsta shit you would ever hear said, but it's popularized by pop culture. You know what I'm saying? You'll hear that music in so many different movies. Mr. Clark said that is dope that he got to work with his favorite. Yeah, that's an interesting point you put out there, Mr. Clark, because Dark Lo had said everybody wanted to work with this guy and that guy, and I really wanted to work with Mobb Deep. You know what I mean? He said I really wanted to work with Mobb Deep. So actually getting the chance to, work with Havoc, one of the most renowned producers of our lifetime, that's got to be a major bucket list, no pun intended. I mean, Dark Lo didn't have work with Mobb Deep on that album, did he, you guys? What's popping, Seven God? Appreciate you for tuning in. I want to know, what does everyone think I should roll up for the review tonight? Look what I got on deck. I got that new Rick Ross collaboration with Cookies. Got that pink rosé on deck. What does everybody think I should smoke for tonight's live stream? Got the caffeine on deck. We got some caffeine. You guys think I need a little jolt? I mean, I got my Red Bull on deck, so maybe not necessarily. Might not need the caffeine. Oh, we got this, man. We got to roll with this Georgia pie, you guys. We got to roll with this Georgia pie. Ain't nothing better than Georgia pie to be 100%. To be 100% with you. What else do we got here? That lemon pepper. That exclusive lemon pepper, you guys. I love it. I love it, man. This batch really wasn't as potent as the last ones. And for everybody just tuning in, excuse me, we will be getting into the official Dark Lo Extreme Measures album review momentarily. This is what you call the pre-show, you guys. Yeah. You guys can see it. That's that lemon pepper made by Lemonade. Very, very good brand right there. I've enjoyed it for the last couple weeks. One that I am not too high on, you guys. I'm not going to be blazing it up. I got the soap. Chronic. It's all right. It's all right. I got like a G left of it. I'm not too hot on it. What else we got here? More Georgia pie. That shows you right there. It's the best. Laughing Gas. One of the best chronics. One of the best chronics right here, you guys. If you see this at your local dispensary, or if your guy has it, probably buy a few of these, as I definitely did. You see, I got a fresh one right here, actually. What else we got here, you guys? Looks like I finished up the pancakes. Pancakes is gone, y'all. In the snow, Montana, you guys. So I got some good shit on deck right now. Let me see what's going on. I might roll up some of this Laughing Gas. Y'all know what I'm saying? Dutch cigarellos. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Seven God. Major salute to you, bro. Everybody share this video. Let them know Mikey T is going in tonight. We have an exclusive review for y'all. Yeah, it's going to be a dope show. Just bear with me, guys. We're on the pre-show right now. I already gave a bit of an interlude about what the show's going on. SV Twizz, the hood blogger, is about to join me, Somerville's own. And we're about to get this thing going track for track. I want to know what was everybody's official grade. You know what I'm saying? A+ through F. I want to know what was everybody's favorite song. What was everybody's favorite song on the Extreme Measures? What was your favorite feature, even though there was only 2? Well, actually, you could say there was Havoc guest featured on quite a number of tracks. So you really got to take that into consideration as well. But the two major ones, Vado and Styles P, it was dope to see him bring those guys out because we had never seen Dark Lo work with Vado before, even though they apparently have a dope relationship. From what Dark Lo was saying, he said all it really was a phone call. He said that's all it really was a simple phone call to Vado. We see where Vado's at right now. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, what up? What up? Grab that pink Cadillac. All right, if I ever see it. That's why I had to grab the pink rosé because I had seen Rick Ross supporting this, and I was like, yo, I gotta try what rosé is supporting. Because I actually at a certain point in time, I was actually rocking with Maybach Music. You know what I'm saying? I was rocking with them and shit. I'd been to Ross's crib. I'd been to a couple different video shoots and shit like that. A real Philly OG. Yo, Mike, sup, young buck. I appreciate you tapping in, man. Appreciate you, Philly OG. Have you heard Dark Lo's newest project, Extreme Measures? I'm interested to hear your reaction to it as well. If you got a favorite track, the last joint, Charlie Pope. Really, a lot of people's favorite track on that was Lamb. That was one of my favorites. Letters, another great one. Borrowed Time, Blicky. Another one that I really liked was Blicky. Premonitions, Daily Prayers, even the slower records from Dark Lo. I like the fast pace joints too, though. Ani had withdrawals. Damon says, I like the whole album. Yeah, I was just literally giving it another thorough listening to this whole afternoon. You know what I mean? When I rode out this morning to go get some coffee, when I got a little bit of lunch, I was listening to the album so I could really just be prepared. I was making sure I had some of the lyrics jotted down that I wanted to go over today. Mr. Clark, you are not lying, man. You are not lying. Charlie Pope was a classic. Borrowed Time, the EP, I actually gave that an A+ as well. I gave Borrowed Time, the EP, an A+ as well. I really enjoyed that. We're gonna have to wait and see how I review Extreme Measures. We're gonna have to wait and see how I review Extreme Measures, but we will do the official grade when we get to the end of the video. You know what I'm saying, guys? We'll do the official grade at the end of the video. We're gonna go over it track by track, and it looks like my official co-host is about to tap in. My guy looks like he's about ready. The hood blogger, as promised, SV Twizz.
Salute, Mikey. What's up, bro? What's going on with you?
Twizz, it's been an Extreme Measures type of morning, but if you would
Okay,
ask
okay.
Dark Lo, Twizz, the last 2 years, the last 18 months, it's really been Extreme Measures for everybody outside.
Yeah, absolutely. You ain't lying about that, man.
Dark Lo was telling me that was one of the reasons why he actually named his new label and the new album as we see Extreme Measures, more so than just, what you would know Extreme Measures for, but like outside, all of us, you know what I mean? We got to wear a mask everywhere. Some places you're
Facts.
not allowed to go. Sometimes you got to stay indoors. You're not able to get the food you need. It was
Facts.
literally extreme measures out there for everyone, man. Um,
Facts.
how you been living, Twizz, man? Everything good?
Oh man, everything is beautiful, man. I can't complain. You know what I mean? Life is good, man. Appreciate you asking me, Mikey.
Major salute. Major salute. Hell yeah, man. And we had to come on here and review Dark Lo's new tape. It's pretty crazy. Lo has put out 3 projects this year. It's kind of like it's a little bit extra, wouldn't you say, Twizz?
Yeah, he working, man. You know what I mean? He was working. Salute, Mr. Clark. Much love and respect. You know what I mean? He understood definitely with him having to, go back inside and everything. So, it took a lot for him to even focus on, putting together these bodies of work and pushing them out to the people. You know what I mean? He probably even got some more stuff in the cut that's going to release as he's booked. You know what I mean?
So let's take this thing from the top. Dark Lo's first project out since being released in December of 2020 was Borrowed Time with Harry Fraud. He followed that up with the Vidon project Charlie Pope, and now he has released the album Extreme Measures with Havoc. First of all, what do you think of that album title, Twizz, within Dark Lo's catalog? How does it fit?
He's just pretty much, to me, it sounded like he was trying to make the title where as though pair it up with what's going on in real life to try to sum it up as an album. You know what I mean? An album title. That's what I get out of it.
But how does it really fit within the catalog of his work? You know all of his projects from Testimony to Bucket List to,
Yeah,
SK Tales. How do you feel like, for the Dark Low fan, for the collector who has, just like they have their series in their, how people keep their CDs. How does that fit in there? Extreme Measures. Does it fit right in?
extreme measures. I look at it as maturity of music, growth. You know what I mean? More wisdom. You know what I mean? Like it was like we talking about from life to a crook, life of a crook. You know what I mean? To extreme measures. You know what I mean? Like you said, tells. You got Ron Harvey. You know what I mean? It's like you know, growth, man, wisdom. Timing, more experience with every level of life from music. To streets to becoming an older man.
So, man, it's just kind of crazy that, Havoc was interested in doing more work with Dark Low than just a single record. What do you think about the fact that he was interested in doing this whole body of work with Dark Low, Twiz?
I'm not surprised, man. It's like MC respect another MC, and a lot of times, the older goats they reach out to, the younger MCs that they see that have potential. You know what I mean? We've seen it done numerous times. It's like with Wu Tang and Benny and them. We've seen it with like Black Thought and like Petey. So I always feel like the older MCs, they recognize talent in certain artists. So with it also being like a pleasure for the younger artists, the new and upcoming artists, compared to these guys. You know what I mean? It's also a pleasure for the older MCs to reach out to, the younger MCs, because every rapper is not an MC. And most of the time, when you got certain people like that that's reaching out to, newer rappers that's not on such a high celebrity level, you know what I mean? They just recognize and respect the craft.
Yeah, you're right. Havoc might have been just as in awe as Dark Low was. Like, oh shit, this guy who's literally popping right now wants to actually work with me on more than a one-off. You know what I mean? Some
Facts.
people, some people get that one record with Havoc, they don't feel like they made it.
Facts.
So we know Dark Low has major joints. He just, as I said, he worked with Harry Fraud. He's known
Hmm.
for the Blow records with AR Rab. But going into this record or this project with Havoc, is this Low's biggest look yet, producer wise?
It's hard to say that. It's hard to give a straight answer on that, man. Um, that's a good question. You know, me personally, like the John the Mob Tells, like that's like my favorite John out of the whole John. Like it just hit different. The energy and
Yep.
the with the beat and everything, it was just on the stack. But it's hard to say if that's his biggest, you know, um,
Look. Not his
yeah,
not
biggest
like
look,
his
biggest
biggest
look.
not his biggest, hit, but I mean his
Yeah.
biggest look, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's where we're gonna start things out with Mob Tales, the first track on the album.
Hmm.
Havoc actually kicks off the track, so there was no question whether Havoc would only be producing on the joint or rapping as well, you know? Sometimes
Facts.
Havoc doesn't get the same respect as Prodigy got when it comes to rapping, but what but Havoc really, I like Havoc's flow as well, man. And he had a couple standout tracks
Definitely.
on here. So, what did you think about Havoc's verse on Mob Tales?
He killed it, man. He killed it. I he walked that John down. I liked everything about that track right there. You know what I mean? And as far as like you said, comparing like Havoc to Prodigy, them together as a group were all legends. You know what I'm talking about? It's like speaking on Wu-Tang or something like that. They were all legends together as a group, regardless if people feel as though one person was more lyrical, but he walked that down like, and Dark did his thing on there.
Yep. Yep. What do you think about them actually coming together for the video, you know?
Yeah, that was crazy right there. That was good money. I know, like, you know, um, Dark a little older than us, so he was really, I know that's like, what I mean? He was like damn near like a dream come true to him, to be able to shoot the video on top of getting the feature with him. It's like, damn. I remember being a young boy and watching Mobb Deep videos and listening to the albums. Now I got a feature and a video with him. Like,
Yep, it really proved that it was real. Havoc
hmm
had some crazy lyrics on this, man. He was like, could do this shit for Dolo because it's me that I'm relying on. You looking at a god, but it's me that you place your eyes upon. Bon appetit, I'm about to feast on him. Tormented soul, there won't be no fucking peace for him. You know,
yeah,
Havoc came with it on this, man. He
he did.
usually does, though. You know,
Yeah, he definitely walked that joint down.
so like I said, they actually filmed the video together. Their look was good on camera together. I feel like they complemented each other on this track. Um what did you think about the way that they complemented each other, man? How did their look fit together though, man?
Like as far as like music styles and everything.
Yeah, and even them standing side by side, man.
It just was, you got different generations, showing that, we can still make a good hip hop style song. You know what I mean? It's not like no singing or nothing on here. No disrespect to none of the guys that sing or if you into that, but you got two different generations, just showing that it don't you don't gotta be from the same generation to make a legendary song, man.
Yeah, I think this was the hook. He said, Dark Lo said, mob tails, put in line with the cartel. Rob everybody when it all fails. Four of them booked and they all tell. Body in the trunk, we can all smell.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
So I really
Yep.
like this track, man. The shit with some mobster
Yeah.
shit, man.
Yeah, it had a lot of substance to it, man.
So from there, we moved on to Lost Innocence, which was actually a solo cut. This one was a little bit more fast paced.
Yeah.
It seemed to me like it was like kind of like a warm up type joint, where Low was playing around with some lyrics, like top floor, take the elevator, snatch his wife, they gonna suffocate her, they want to ransom. It was nothing major to him. To him, it was shit paper. You know,
Yeah.
Low is on some mobster shit though. He's certainly on
Yeah.
some mobster shit though. And
Definitely.
the hook was dope too. It was Lost Innocence, so-called young menacing, so young called menaces, drug dealer funds for the benefits, pull out and swing guns like they invented shit, juvenile life. The judge gave them sentences.
Yeah. You know, right there, like it's just, it don't matter what beat Dark is on. You know what I mean? When you listen to his wordplay and what he's talking about, it's always a story to it. You know what I mean? You can picture, in your mind of what's really going on, everyday things. You know what I mean?
Yep, facts, man. It's like you say, it's like in the way that he says the lyrics. Another one on this track, Lost Innocence, caught me when he said he snored a line, because that's how he does it with his voice. Like he drags it.
Hmm.
He snored a line, everything borderline. It's like Scarface when he caught the sign on his video cameras, man, brought the violence. Mac 10 with the silence. He ain't built for it. Then he vomit. Then they kicked his door. Perfect timing. Shooting up close is their talent. That
Yeah.
shit was hard, Twizz, because
Yeah.
right there, he ain't built for it. And then he vomit. It almost took
Hmm.
me into like Eminem 8 Mile vomiting because he was You know what I mean? He was nervous about being on the scene in front of all those people.
Yeah, get like that. It's crazy how, the body work, man. You might think you're the toughest person in the world, but you be in the right predicament. You just might. You know what I'm talking about? It might be that one little thing that, you can't hold it back.
Yep. They're like, yo, did you get the job done? No, man, I ended up vomiting, man. Oh, this shit ain't for you.
Exactly.
So we're gonna move on now to the next track. We're gonna move on to Zombie. This one actually features Havoc. How were you feeling going into Zombie? I know Dark Lo and ARAB have a little bit of history with Zombieland. So were you
Yeah.
having a little bit of flashbacks going into this one?
It was just different on this one. It wasn't like Zombieland twist. It had its own twist to it. You know what I mean? Um, Zombieland was like a lot different. Plus with Zombieland, it was like the whole OBH on the John, so it had a lot of different twists to it. But this one, it just was, it was different. It was different. I feel like on this one, if you listen to like the beat selection and the song structures, I feel like Dark was, trying to challenge himself, more with like, the beat, definitely going with the title of the song and everything and trying to make it make sense. And that's what makes a MC great, man.
Yep. And so Lowe's lyrics on this that caught me were I had the broccoli and wrapped the leaf, cop chase when I crashed the Jeep, bailed out, let's play for keeps. North Philly, let's pray for peace. They don't compare, beard like a lion, did I scare you? Russian roulette, boy, I dare you. Let's play with two bullets, I'm here too. I go first to show you who's who. We follow our rules. It's the game saver. Shorty bad, I ain't saver. What did you make of those lyrics right there? Going into the Russian roulette, you know what I mean? Pray for peace in North Philly.
Definitely. It's a mixture of everything, man. It's like a message. Like, you might you everybody think they tough. Well, you know what I'm saying? Let's do the Russian roulette, bro. Like, cause that's what's really going on out here, man. Putting your soul on the line for little things, man. So that's with him, like he threw in the pray for North Philly and all of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's real drama out here. So on top of him, trying to break it down, like, he from the streets, he witnessed it. But it's also like a message to the youth also, man. You know what I mean?
Yep. And Havoc actually featured on Zombies as well. Or Zombie, excuse me. Havoc said a few shots blew him out his sneakers, introduced him to the Grim Reaper from a from a bitch with a from a bitch with a fatty and some Spanish features. You know,
Yeah,
Havoc laid it down, man.
he kept up, man. With him being the generational rapper that he is, you know, he don't sound like a old school rapper. You know what I mean? When he on there with like Dark or nothing, you can't tell, man, because he keeping up.
Yep.
He
Yeah,
talking
man. You know,
heavy.
yep. Some of the starts of his flows actually reminded me of the Blood Money album, to be honest with you. I was like, oh damn,
Bro,
Havoc still sounds like it's 2006 again.
but he still make it sound hot also, you know what I mean? It's like yeah, I mean, he's definitely a OG, but you wouldn't listen to it and say that it sound outdated. It makes sense, on the track. And that also go back to the beat selection and the structure of the songs that they do. You know what I mean? Dark is not really no hype rapper. You know what I mean? He got like a calm, cool, collective flow.
So we move on to the next track, and it's our first feature outside of Havoc. The record is called Make It Home, featuring Vado. What did you think about Dark Lo working with Vado on this one, Twizz?
I mean, he just the whole album period. If you see, he stepping outside the box, man. It's like Dark is an artist where if you paid attention to his career, man, he did features with a lot of people from Philly, people that nobody even knew, other artists from Philly that people knew. he branching out now. You know what I mean? Making it like a real structured album as a celebrity would. You know what I'm talking about? It's like you like a celebrity getting Dirk on the album. You get Drake and you get somebody Lil Baby or something like that. It just shows you he reached out and structured it as a real album just
Yeah,
from his choice of features.
Dark Lo had said that this feature with Vado was just as simple as a call. You know what I mean? Like they were tight, but it works out, Twizz, because Vado's name is all over the blogs right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That was good timing.
It's
You know
actually
what I
perfect
mean?
timing. His name's
Facts.
all over the blogs right now for the battle he just did with Saigon. So it's like it kind of works out. So Dark Lo featuring Vado, it totally worked in Lo's favor because Vado is really starting to move again right now. And that
Definitely.
record seemingly just came together because of the fact that they're friends.
Definitely. Absolutely.
So Vado had some heat on this too for everyone just tapping in, man. Vado said, in the hospital bed, them tubes you get fed. Pray to God you ain't dead, or singing gospel to the feds. Used to always brag how there's a lot on your head. Thought it would calm you down, made you more cocky instead. Check high in the BM, neck fly when I greet them. Say you love, don't know when the next time. Say you love them, you don't know when the next time you see them. Those lyrics right there, that's vintage Vado, man. Like the way that he raps, Twizz.
Yeah, man, that's true, man. Vado is just nice, period, man. And even to take it to the battle, man, like his drum was structured, man. You was really feeling what he said. You know what I mean? He's another artist that can definitely paint the picture on that track. You know, Vado is, he's well, like he got relationships with a lot of people, but everybody ain't reaching out to Vado for features, man. So that just shows you how much, regardless of the friendship, him and Dark got. Dark respect his pen. So they made that make sense.
Yeah, man, those lyrics really caught me right there, man. Just the way he ends up getting into it and the descriptions he uses. We had just heard Birdman actually do an interview with Big Facts where he said, where he was explaining why he kissed, Wayne back in the day because he didn't know when he left the house if he was really going to be coming home. You know what I mean? Like Vado says here, say you love him, don't know when the next time you see him.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
real shit, man. So Make It Home is definitely a standout track. If you guys haven't heard the Dark Lo record assisted by Vado, I suggest you all go check that out. We're going to move on to the next joint. It's actually called Reports. This is a solo joint. This joint actually starts out with a news briefing, if you remember, Twizz. It started out with a news briefing about a shooting in Southwest Philly. In the middle, before Havoc raps, it actually no, excuse me, Havoc does not rap on this, but they take a look into Queens. So they go from Philly to Queens, and then at the end they go into a national one about the whole country and to show how gun violence is pretty much affecting the whole country. What did you think of this track, Reports, which took a look at all the news spectacle that's going on?
It was just a science, to wake up the world also on what's going on out here every day around this whole world, man. So, that was a nice intro transition into this song.
Salute, Manny. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. We're gonna be getting to
Salute to
greatest ever.
everybody in the chat.
We're gonna be getting into that record, greatest ever, pretty soon. But right now we're actually talking about the joint Reports. Some of the lyrics I took down were stay dangerous, out the country, learning languages, suit on with the handkerchief. Yo, Twizz, what is it with these guys? Is it a Philly thing? Y'all like rocking with the handkerchief?
No, that he just talking. That's the mob talk right there. That's part of the mob talk. You know what I mean? You know
Right.
what I mean? Like people out Philly. I mean, it's the mob motto. Keep that joint
You
clean. You know what I
you
mean?
rock a handkerchief when you're getting all dressed up, Twizz? You do, you do the
Yeah, when I
handkerchief.
bust the tux out, man, me and the wife go out on a, classy dinner or something. I bust the tux out. Yeah.
Handkerchief on deck. So
Real rap.
So Lo said, stay dangerous, out the country learning languages, suit on with the handkerchief. I got you blue on, no finger lift. I get on my boo, this singing chick. Let my man get assist. The way the tech shoot, then he stuffed in the way the tech shoot, then they stuff it in they sweatsuit. I was off the steps since the Lex Coupe, the 90s. I was sticking shit, the deuce deuce. You was on some bitchin' shit. It ain't no truce.
Damn.
Something along those lines. I butchered it a little bit. He's like,
Man.
I get on my boo with this. I get my. Oh, he said, I get my boo on with this singing chick. Let my man get assists. The way the tech shoot when the stuff, then they stuff it in they sweatsuit. I had to listening to this album on your computer is a lot different than listening to this album in your car.
Yeah, it's true. And it's like that with most music, but having it on the system and having it dumping, it really, you know what I mean? You get like the full quality of it.
Sometimes you can't hear certain lyrics. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's
When you're
true.
listening, because you need that clarity from a bigger speaker, I guess.
True. Lyrics and the ad libs. I'm talking about. You pick everything up on the system.
So yeah, Reports was definitely a dope record, man. Did you expect something like this? You know what I mean? For Dark Lo to be taking a look at, like the Philly situation, all the crazy
Oh
shooting that's
yeah,
been going
he
on.
yeah, he always touch up on it through his music, you know what I mean? That's one thing about Dark, you know what I mean? He always really, he talk about what's really going on, like, you know what I mean? He just don't he not one of them rappers. Like if you ever notice some rappers, they talk about everything they do. I hit you up this and that, I spin your block, I do this, I do that. But Dark stuff is structured differently, where he throwing a little bit of what he came up doing, but then talk about also what's going on in the streets, like, what's really going on.
So from there, guys, we move on to Captivating, which is another solo cut from Dark Lo. Um, this is a different beat. Captivating was a different beat. You got to listen to this track. This is a track where I heard the lyrics that I actually saw Dark Lo write on his IG caption before. He had wrote, "Be smart, make decisions, clear your vision, pay attention, step out the game. It's good to play the benches. We more safer when we're in the trenches. It's no turning back. You took the interest." The lyric that Dark Lo had actually posted on his gram one time was, "We more safer when we're in the trenches." Do you remember seeing him post that on his gram, Twizz?
Yeah, definitely.
So speaking
Definitely.
of this track, Captivating, Twizz, what is it that makes Dark Lo so captivating?
You mean like, as a rapper or just on that track, period?
Just in general, with the fact that people gotta search him up every day. Somebody is searching up Dark Lo. Every day somebody is, growing their beard out like Dark Lo. You know what they're like, damn, Dark Lo gonna grow the beard like that. That looks
Yeah.
pretty cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean it's good, man. It's a good thing because, at the end of the day, he's somebody that been through levels of the struggle. And even when he talk now in his music, everything is like about the past. So it's like he matured, and he can really give you like the blueprint of what's going on. Like you might want to get in the streets, you want to do this, but this going to happen. You gotta be prepared for this. You know what I mean? So it's going to either be people that was in the trenches that can relate, or a person could have never been in the trenches before, but his structure of music, you going to understand it and still feel it. You know what I mean? So and he just like some rappers that's not necessarily celebrities. You can't ride around and listen to their music, especially like out Philly. Like it's a lot of hot rappers, but how many rappers out Philly that's not signed? where you gonna ride around and listen to their album, listen to, you know what I mean? Really keep up with that joint when the joint drop and everything.
Exactly. And that's what makes Dark Lo captivating. The fact that people are listening to album after album. You know, when they get Testimony, Dark Lo at a certain point when he dropped Testimony, I remember he didn't release another album for like 6 months, Twizz. Do you remember
True,
that? Because he was
true.
like,
That's a fact.
the people are taking in Testimony right now.
That's a fact. But you know, his time also was ticking, you know, as far as with him having to, you know, go back inside. So it's
For
like,
a whole year. Yep.
yeah, so he had to like jam them Jones. Cause if he wasn't in his situation, he wouldn't have bunched up his albums how he did. Like I could pretty
Mm.
much guarantee that. You know what I mean? Dark would drop like just before every winter normally. Like his stuff would drop like around like September, October, maybe early November.
Word. That's an interesting take right there, Twiz. Now, like I said at the beginning, Captivating is a very dope beat. I want y'all to go listen to it right now. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. From there, we move on to another solo cut called Force of Life. Now, Twiz, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seemed like there was a Prodigy outro at the end of this one where Prodigy was saying, he was saying something along the lines of, I could list 100 corny rappers. I could list 100 corny ass rappers right now. I believe that was Prodigy talking at the end of the track.
Yeah, I think I agree. I know what you're talking about.
Yep. And I remember that video because Prodigy had told rappers back then. And rap, when Prodigy did this rant,
Hmm.
rap really wasn't as lucrative as it is right now. You know,
True.
Prodigy had suggested a lot of these rappers go out and be a painter. Go paint a house, Prodigy said. Because, yo, you make some money. You make some money doing that carpentry, right, Twiz? You make
Yeah,
money doing that.
absolutely. Absolutely, man. You can't discredit the, for one, you know, the 9 to 5 workers, but they just be, when rappers or people like that say it like, you know, the music ain't that, bro. You might as well do this, and you, like you said, you can make good money doing this too.
Yeah, but you know, nowadays it's like, why would somebody like like a Max B or somebody from back then who was like a mixtape rapper, why would they ever consider a job outside of music? Because if Max B wasn't locked up for the last 10 years, Max B would have been on YouTube making 10, 12, $15,000 a month off of YouTube, if not more.
Yeah, when it come to Max B, he was more futuristic. People wasn't ready for that, man. It's like I remember when Pharrell and Jay-Z was doing the songs together, the songs like Frontin' and Change Clothes, and we like, man, Pharrell singing it like he came out the clear blue like singing on hooks. People wasn't ready for it.
Yep.
Time goes on. Now look what's going on. Same with Max B. Excuse me, like Max B was futuristic. He was ahead of his time.
Yeah, and Pharrell was really good at that shit too, man.
He was.
So Twiz, man, when Dark Lo says wilding out in county, he means he is incarcerated. Twiz,
Yeah.
Twiz, you're cutting off a little
You
bit,
said
bro.
he talking about like he talking about you can you hear me? Can you
Yep.
hear me clear now? Do I gotta log out and log
Y-
back in?
Uh,
Am I good or you need me to log out?
you seem good. You seem good. I'll let you know in the next 2 minutes, though.
Okay. I couldn't hear the question clear because it was messing up. All I heard was where he spoke on wilding out in the county.
Well, this is a pre-question to a question. Yeah,
Okay.
when Dark Lo says wilding out in county, is he referring to being in jail?
Yeah, definitely. State
Okay.
road.
So,
Yeah.
Twiz, you've been in county. What are your
Yeah.
thoughts when Dark Lo said back in the county wildin'? Can you give me an example or two of what he means by back in the county wildin'? Is he talking about, yo, I'm buying everybody ice cream sandwiches tonight in the county, baby?
No, he talking about people getting banged out, commissary took, phone took, get your chucks took, all types of stuff. You know, I mean, it's the jungle in there. It's the, you know, people walking around with grudges on their shoulders, got all types of issues, and you become an animal in there. It don't matter how good of a person you are, that can bring the animal out of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Dark Lo said on this track, he's like, feds on me, fuck the cameras, put a bag on them, they can't stand us. I run the 6 miles working on my stamina. I heard your shit. Wow, amateur. What is it about these lyrics, man, that make Dark Lo, stand out above the next man? I really think it's the way he will make two just change the way he makes these words rhyme is what it
Well,
is to me.
what would make him stand out to me the most is definitely his structure. But when you listen to Dark Lo, you can't compare him to no rapper in the world. Like he came out and mastered like his own flow, man, his own style. Like you said, he struck certain words out at certain times, and you know, um, he don't sound like nobody, man. And that's the best way to be is to be original, man. Because nowadays a lot of people is just trying to follow what they feel as though the winning recipe is.
Now, Twiz, the next record we're going to move on to is Dirty Work. This is a joint where I really heard a lot of growth from Low. I was like, wow. And I wanted to ask you about it. You know what I mean? I wanted to talk to you about it because I really feel like this has to be major growth in his lyrical, his lyrical, not just his lyrical ability, but the way that he's rhyming, the stories that he's putting out there, you know what I mean? And the message that he's putting out there now. And I want to know how much different it is from the previous Dark Lo albums, in your opinion, man. He goes, no love for fathers. Now the gangster shit is to send our kids to college. Working out had to fish in silence. Reading books for my strength and knowledge. Out in Texas, had to stop in Dallas. Cadillac had to stick and rally. Grandma prayed the demons, they was all inside me. It's the hope that got me. I was misguided. George Floyd, I had missed the riots. In the cell, sharpened steel, tuna diet.
Well, the difference with that and how you speaking of the growth is it's not as like glorifying what's going on in the streets. It's just talking about, like the growth and the how sad it really is of what's really going on out here. You know what I mean? And it ain't about you don't want your kid to grow up and be in the streets, man. You know what I mean? You want them to be successful. I don't care how gangster you was, how much work you think you got rid of. You don't want your kid to follow in your footsteps. Or you might not have been in the streets and you don't want your kid to follow in what a lot of rappers are promoting, because it's all really an illusion, man.
Yeah, it's just different to hear Dark Low rap like that. When I gave this record a few listens, I was like, wow, man, I could hear a different side of Dark Low in this one. He's not just talking about, gripping the sticks, spinning the block, but that's not all Dark Low talks about, as we've read out through these lyrics throughout this review, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Did you have anything else you wanted to say about Dirty Work? I wanted to ask you about this, man. He had said, "I caught a bullet like the last dragon, rushed the spot, red-handed. They had caught me bagging. I blew it first. They ain't catch me lacking." What's he talking about when he mentioned the last dragon?
I don't know, man. That went over my head. I never watched that movie. That's a movie, right?
Yeah, I was thinking maybe it was some Philly
Yeah.
shit or something like that.
I think it's an old karate joint or something like that. You know what I mean? Dark kind of old head, so you know what I'm saying. Somebody in the chat might court that last dragon joint.
Yeah, let us know if you caught the. He said, "I caught a bullet like the last dragon, rushed the spot." Red-handed. They had caught me bagging. I blew it first. They ain't caught me lacking. See, they caught him bagging, right, Twizz? They
Hmm.
caught him bagging. They rushed the spot. Like you said, Dark Low shit always has a story to it. They rushed the
Sure.
spot. They broke in. He's bagging. Pulled out his piece, but they ain't catch
Yeah.
him lacking.
Yeah.
I blew it first. They ain't caught me lacking. His
Facts.
story changed from sentence to sentence, man. What a writer.
Facts.
So another joint, he said, anything with my name is in high demand. This is what I wanted to ask you as well. And I was trying to ask you a little bit earlier, but in a different way. When did Dark Lo's name get in high demand, Twizz? Is it when ARAB went to jail in 2011-ish and Dark Lo had to put the OBH on his back?
I probably say to the world, yeah, around that first time when Ab did like we do like 2 or 3 years or something like that.
About
He
3. Yep.
really, yeah, he really had picked up, took OBH on his back. You know what I mean? To the point when when Ab came home, he was still lit, and Ab bringing millions. Like the people love Ab, but it ain't stopped Dark Low at all. You know what I'm talking about? People embrace Dark more because anybody really know first time you would be seeing Dark, he would be around Ab. You know what I mean? I didn't even know he rapped. Like I told him when we was on the John, like I remember seeing Dark when Ab was on the Come Up show with Cass, and Dark was there like a hype man for Ab. He ad living and everything for AR. And then
He was like the Tony Yayo to 50 Cent.
yeah, once he start rapping, definitely. You know what I mean? He definitely
Probably
was
more
like,
like the Lloyd Banks to 50 Cent.
yeah, more like the Banks. Yeah, more like Banks to 50.
No disrespect to Yayo. You know I love Tony Yayo and shit.
Definitely, but Banks was always like the two guard, you know what I mean?
Okay. Okay. Put that shit in perspective, Twizz. Put that shit in perspective. So we're going to move on to a track some of y'all in the chat have been asking about. Greatest Ever. Twizz, what were your thoughts on Greatest Ever? What was he referencing in terms to being the best ever? He said, I'm on his head. I don't see no breaks.
Yeah, definitely, man. I just mean, that's just the that's just the confidence in Dark, man. You know what I mean? He know what people out here is rapping and talking about. And nowadays you could become a millionaire and your music don't gotta have no substance. The beat just gotta be jumping and the hook gotta be heavy. You know what I mean? It's not structured like and not discrediting everybody, man. Because even a lot of these new cats, they do have substance in their music, but a lot of the times with like the singing and saying certain words, you might not even know what these guys are saying, but it just sound hot. But for to be able to hear every word clear, MC style, man, that's just his confidence in himself, as he should have. You know what I mean? You're supposed to
Yeah.
feel like you're the greatest.
Yep. That lyric, I'm on his head. I don't see no breaks. It could play into a lot as well, Twizz. It could play into more than just being on one person's ass. Like the way you talked about Dark Low releasing these projects in such a close span of time. He's on the music industry's head right now. He's not taking any breaks. He released Borrowed Time in May, Charlie Pope in July, and now Extreme Measures in September, the end of September. I got a lot of respect for what he's doing. He's really taken that no breaks attitude. So I want to ask you about something that has potentially affected his outpour of music, his life in general. Dark Lo said, house arrest, I'll be out to 8. House arrest, I'll be out to 8. That's something I had to listen back to a few times. I was like, what was he saying here? Oh, he means he's on house arrest and he's only allowed to be out until 8 o'clock. How much do you think his house arrest affected him professionally?
A lot. His house arrest in the case affected him a lot. It's to the point like if you know, um, God, God's will is already written in stone. What was going to happen was going to happen. But it's safe to say that if he wasn't ever put in that situation where he had to get booked or any of that, he would have had an opportunity because he definitely been standing out. You know what I mean?
Not to
Definitely
cut
been
you off,
standing out.
Twist. Ghostface said the dude in The Last Dragon caught a bullet with his teeth.
I figured that. I figured it was a karate type John. Shout out to you, Ghostface 7.
He said,
Appreciate you.
yo, and the lyric was, I caught a bullet like the last dragon, rushed the spot red-handed. They had caught me bagging. I blew it first. They ain't catch me lacking. I caught a bullet like the last dragon. Are you
Love
serious?
rap.
This man is crazy when it comes to lyrics, man. And that was actually on the track Dirty Work, if anybody wants to look it up. But right now, we're actually on the track called Greatest Ever. And we're talking about Dark Lo's album, Extreme Measures, with Havoc tonight from Mobb Deep. If anybody wants to ask any other questions, you can super chat to ask the question as well, and we will answer it. But tonight, we're talking about Dark Lo and Extreme Measures. And we do appreciate you, Ghostface 7. Major salute, man.
Absolutely.
So anyways, getting back to this joint. But in a way, it could have sort of helped Dark Lo. I don't know, man. I can't say it would have helped him because
Yeah.
he would have got the same amount of music recorded anyways.
No, if he would have been in this situation, he wouldn't have had to jam it together so
Yeah.
much, and he would have also been able to move around, network more, and then you also would have labels that wouldn't mind investing into him. Like his situation, who
He
could
would have
really
been touring.
invest in him?
Yeah. I told Dark Lo, I was
Facts.
like, if you weren't on house arrest right now, you would be the hottest thing on tour. You'd be the hottest thing smoking on tour right now. Everybody would book Dark Lo right now if he wasn't. It was sort of like when Max B was going through his court case. Nobody wanted to sign Max B because of what he had lingering over his head.
Exactly. That's how I go, man. It's an investment, and no matter how good of a rapper you are, these people not gonna want to put money behind you if they feel like you in a tight situation and you about to have to sit.
Yeah, Dark Lo said, I drop an album, it's a Picasso. A lot of people look at it like that, man. Dark Lo could probably sell an album as an NFT and just make a different album every week and sell it for you know what I mean? It'd probably work out the same
That's
way,
true.
you know?
That's true.
But let's move on to the track Strong Minded, a solo cut. Um, Dark Lo said, charged with another shooting. My bail lift. I need a better view. I got my cell switched. I wanted to ask about getting your cell switched when it came to being locked up, Twizz. How does that go about?
Yeah. Like if you once you get dug in, you start gaining relationships with the CEOs and I know like on like State Road where they got what's called like it's two things you can get. You can get like the TV cell where your cell is faced, the TV is faced in the direction of your cell. You know what I mean? So that's as far as like what I can understand as far as it being a better view. Other than that, like the House of Corrections, that they closed that joint down, but like summertime, it be hot in that joint. Like they don't got no air conditioner or nothing, and they be having like 3, 4 husky fans, like the big fans, and you would try to get a cell that the fan face. You know what I mean? So most likely for the better view, he's saying he want a TV cell, but mostly like upstate, and I'm pretty sure in the feds too. The feds probably got TVs in they cells. So as far as the better view, that's State Road talk right there.
But also he had said just prior to that, charged with another shooting, my bail lift. I need a better view. I got my cell switched. Is that something as well that'll get your cell switched? I mean, if you get involved with another case?
No, I won't.
No?
Like,
Okay.
well, only like it like for instance, say if they got different custody levels. So say if you was in like a medium custody prison or a medium custody block, and then you come get recharged by like homicide or something, then they'll move you to the maximum block or a maximum jail. But other
Wow.
than that, you ain't just gonna get switched to a different cell on your block because of your charges.
That's interesting you say that, man, because this is where Dark Lo actually mentions ARAB on the album, We didn't get an Arab feature on this one. You know what I mean? We got the features on this one. We're gonna go over to Styles P next, but we had Vado and Havoc was all over there. We didn't get the Dark Lo Arab collaboration on this, but Lo actually said, "You was Cinemax, free Ab. They sent him in the max. You know our past. We was in the trap. Me and you, we don't interact. Harold's chicken. We was in the rack. Caught you slipping. We was in the back." So, he did definitely shout out Arab on this joint. Interesting that you just brought up the Max because that's what Low had actually rapped about on here. The fact that Ab is in the Max facility where he's at right now.
Facts.
You have anything you want to say in regard to that? The Arab shout out, Twizz?
Nothing definitely, but it's only right. You know what I mean? Definitely got to shout Ab out, man. Definitely, because if it wasn't for Ab, the people wouldn't even, be familiar with Dark Lo. Because Dark said it plenty of times where he rapped, he played around with it, but Ab got him to take it serious. Ab showed him the business of it. You know what I mean? Ab was like enticing him, like, bro, bro, you hot. You need to get in that studio for real. Like,
Yep. Yeah. For real. And then Dark Lo was just the same way with Arab, man. You know how it is, Twizz. When Ab got out of
definitely,
jail, Dark Lo said, "Yo, you can have all my studio time. You don't even need
definitely,
to pay for this studio time. You can have all my studio time." So that shit is real,
definitely,
man. Free the bro Arab, man. Appreciate
definitely.
everybody tuning into this live review right now for Dark Lo's new album, Extreme Measures. We're gonna be giving our grade really soon. We have one more track to go over. Um, Low really went on this track strong minded, though. In addition to the Arab shout out, he had said, "Strong minded, told my lungs it was strong chronic. I kept my word and I ain't going behind it. Barber chair, gun in hand, beard, don't line it. We all in here, we run it, man. Never mind it." Low serious. In the last lyric, though, I wanted to ask you, Harold's chicken. We was in the rack. Is Harold Chicken a Philly thing?
Man, not that I know of. I never been there. You know what I mean? I never been to Harold's Chicken, so
All right.
forgive me if I'm saying if I'm wrong, but I'm not familiar with it.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to clarify, you know what I mean, in case Harold Chicken is like a renowned thing right now, you know what I mean, in Philly. And then he said, barber chair, gun in hand, beard, don't line it. You're a man with a
Facts.
beard, Wiz. Well, why is he saying that in his lyrics?
Well, because Muslims, we don't get our beard lined up like on it. Like you can't. You ain't supposed to get none of this lined up. It's cool to get under your neck shaved and your mustache, but that's why you see like Muslim brothers where it looks scruffier up top. You see like the hair coming through the cheeks and everything, because you're
Wow.
not supposed to get none of that up top lined up
That's awesome, man. I appreciate that, man.
for
Extreme
sure.
Measures, man. The title track. We're moving on to the title track. We're going to talk about this one. Last but not least, Extreme Measures. This joint features Styles P. The beat was dope. Twizz, how did you feel about the title track as well as the feature from Styles P?
It was a great thing, man. You know, Styles P, the Locks, period. They were very impactful for not only Philly but the hoods around the world from like our generation and things of that nature on up. You know what I mean? So like Styles, man, he just a GOAT for sure. You know what I mean? And I know it was like an honor for him to be able to do that with Dark, man. I mean, I know it was an honor for yeah, it was an honor for P to, jump on the joint with Dark. You know what I mean? So that was definitely, a good joint. It was unfortunate they didn't get to shoot a video for that, but it is what it is.
What did you think about the chemistry that they actually had, though, when it came to the record?
Yeah, the chemistry was definitely good. It was a nice calm beat, you know what I mean? It was definitely good, man. You like Dark and P on the track, man. You know, it is what it is. Like that's enough said right there. They ain't need
Yeah.
no beat or nothing, man.
Yeah, I really feel like Dark Lo gave it all his all on this one, man. Let me go over some of the lyrics. He said, I ain't never fuck with weirdos. You're lucky it's whistling past your earlobe. It's all cash on me and Panero. On my dad, it's Pesci and De Niro. Mob shit, you get a mural. Live shit was just throwing arrows. Me and Styles down north, I get you fired what you thought. When a trial, 100,000 is what I bought. Yeah, man. I think Dark Lo really, you know what I mean? He really came with it on this one.
Definitely, definitely. You know, they both walked it down, man. You got Styles on the track, so it's like you got to talk heavy on there. You got Styles on there, man.
Do you think it was anything in particular about the title track, Extreme Measures, being the one that he had sent to have it? I mean, excuse me, the one that he had sent to Styles P?
Um, I probably feel like that was probably his out of everybody on there. Him himself, he probably felt like that was his biggest and most important feature, man. Because um, like I said, not to discredit Vado, you know what I mean, and definitely not, like Mobb Deep, man, they legends always. But like I said, like the locks, man, the locks was like very, very important. You even heard what Lo said, when you had him on the hip hop panel before the locks versus Dipset versus, you know what I'm saying? You heard how he was talking about the locks and how impactful they was, even when they was going back and forth with state property and the rock. He was like, a lot of people from Philly was rooting for the locks, man. So
I think he told me to just stop asking the question, didn't he, Twiz? He was like, don't
yeah,
even ask me that.
yeah, he was like, you know what I'm saying? You should know the answer to that already, man.
Yeah, that's hilarious, though, man. So, yeah, Extreme Measures was dope. And I think you're right. Putting Styles P actually on the record that, it's the title of the tape, it's the title of his new label, so I think it's right business wise as well. Styles P had some dope lines on this. I want everybody to follow SV Twizz, follow myself on Instagram as well if you're on the gram. Styles had some dope
Definitely.
lines on this, man. He said, I'm way too old to be playing with you young sets. Count my blessings and my money. I'm checking the sunsets. Say my morning prayers. You can get air with a gun check.
Uh,
Styles came with it, man, but he also
uh,
showed like where he's at in his life right now. You know what I mean?
true, true.
Yeah,
You gotta respect the growth. You know what I mean? We all want to be able to grow old and have more wisdom, man. You can't be running around like a young boy your whole life, man. That joint to give you what you asking for.
So Twiz, man, what did you think about this album overall? What did you think about Extreme Measures overall? How did you compare it to Borrowed Time with Harry Fraud and Charlie Pope with Vidon? How did you feel about it overall, man?
Man, they all had different twists to it, but the thing about those three albums is just to talk about them all in the whole. It's like for him to jam them up as fast as he did, you know, um, he did a hell of a job, man. You know what I mean? Definitely did a hell of a job, and salute to him, man. Free him. For those of y'all that don't know, Dark is definitely, down right now. He turned himself in. You know, um, Mikey actually just, spoke on it. I believe the same day that he turned himself in and everything.
I'm
You
not
know,
sure if
uh,
it was the same day.
but it was definitely like right afterwards or something like that. So, definitely free him. It's real unfortunate just to say, you know, that he's so talented and everything that he had to do this sit down. The same with Ad Free him, and the same with everybody else that's in them jails, man. All the homies, the family members, everybody around the world, man. You know, salute to him. But I feel like he did a hell of a job, man.
Yeah.
He make it look easy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he makes it look easy for real. He does. He makes it look easy. That's a great way to put it, Twiz. So now my thoughts as far as extreme measures compared to Charlie Pope and Borrowed Time, I didn't think, with Havoc being the main producer on it, I
Hmm.
didn't think it really matched up to Borrowed Time still. I like
Hmm.
Borrowed Time as a full listen more. And I think Charlie Pope was actually better than Extreme Measures as well. So
Hmm.
I'm kind of going in that order. Like you had said, he
Hmm.
had to jam all these releases together. Um,
Exactly.
one of the things that I think he suffered from on the Extreme Measures was the artwork. The artwork. Um,
Okay.
but more so than the artwork, it was the track listing. You know what I mean? I
Hmm.
kind of there to me, I don't know if the track listing I didn't really like the track listing as much as I'd like the other track listings. I felt like it was kind of
Hmm.
all over the place.
Yeah. Right. But like I said, I feel like it was also a challenge to him. You know what I mean? It's like, you know,
Well, yeah, putting out 3 albums in 5 months, 6 months.
definitely. And even like the choice to like beats and structure on this last one, the extreme measures, you know what I mean? I feel like it definitely that one was a challenge because, a lot of people can sound fire off of the right beats, but we ain't going to trip Darky rapping over some challenging beats. Like the average rapper can't rap off the beats that he be like, especially on this last joint, man.
Yeah, and Twiz, that's another thing I want to address before we give our grades. Everybody drop your grade for extreme measures, A plus through F. I want to say that when you get an opportunity to rap on Havoc's beats, you should really be taking a lot more time with it, more than
Hmm.
3 weeks. If you got 10 beats from Havoc, you should probably be taking a little bit more time with it than 3 weeks, just to be
Hmm.
honest with you. And then you got to think about the packaging of it, the rendering of everything, and the mixing an album so it sounds like it's in the right sequence of order is another important thing. But
Hmm.
you know, uh, and also, like I said, some of the lyrics on there I couldn't understand, and that has to be a mastering issue as well, Twiz.
Definitely. Yeah,
So
definitely.
So I just want to say that as well. Dark Low is obviously in a time crunch. He's obviously in a time crunch. So that's why he, couldn't take 6 months to do the project with Havoc. So I'm gonna give it a solid B plus though. I gave Borrowed Time an A plus because I feel like the delivery of it, the participation from both of the guys, the music videos, the track listing. I gave Borrowed Time an A plus. I'm gonna give Extreme Measures a B plus. Twiz, what's your thoughts?
I give it a solid B. You know what I mean? It's straight B. And like I feel like, you know, definitely beat selection, played a big role in it, you know what I mean? Even though I know like you said, we dealing with like different producers and things of that nature. But I feel like the beat choices, it made it kind of tricky for him. You know what I mean? He had to, approach him with he had to southpaw him or something, man. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean,
Wheezy Entertainment agrees. He says Borrowed Time, Charlie Pope, Extreme Measures. What order would you
definitely.
put those three in, Twiz? Mr. Clark says A. He's given Extreme Measures an A. Salute to you, Mr. Clark. He showed
Hmm.
more versatility even with those circumstances. Crazy. Salute. You're
That's true, Mr.
absolutely right.
Clark. You got
Hell,
a point.
bro, to put together 3 albums before you get locked up, and you're going to be locked
But
up in 9 months. Yeah, it says a whole lot, man. It
but
says a
it's
whole
all
lot.
it's also like Nas, where they say Nas, you know, might not have the best beat selection, but when you listen to what he's saying, he makes it make sense. So, you right about that, Mr. Clark. And I also agree with that. Not to cut you off, but I agree with the order of those. Yeah, the Borrowed Time definitely was the top one out of them. Those three albums getting pushed out.
But
Charlie
what's
Pope
Dark
was fired
Lo's?
too, though.
Yeah, yeah. I'd say Dark Lo's best song since coming home. My opinion, Dark Lo's best song since coming home has to be, in my opinion, Lamb. That's his best song since coming home. Twizz, what's your favorite Dark Lo song since he came home?
I don't know. It's hard to pinpoint my favorite song from him since he came home.
Is Lamb up there?
Yeah, Lamb is up there.
Blicky?
As far as my favorite, I don't know if I would put that as my favorite. I would need some more. I would have to play his Jones all back, you know what I'm saying? Back to back. My time had
Ani
really
had
been tied up.
withdrawals. Ani had withdrawals is probably one of my. It's
That was
crazy how a
fire.
man. It's crazy how a man can come out of jail and give you one of your new favorite songs on his whole catalog, like Ani had withdrawals. Man, it shows
Yeah.
you how much opportunity he missed out by being locked up for those 13 months. Twizz.
On top of him not writing while he was booked, that was another factor. You know what I
I
mean? He
mean,
ain't right at all.
he was in a horrible, he was in horrible condition while he was in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true. That's a fact.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Lamb is up there. Lamb is up there. Yeah. Even though I give Borrowed Time the best project so far overall, I still say Lamb is my favorite record from him. You didn't get too much Lamb style records on, well, Lamb was really different than a lot of his stuff, but the Charlie Pope and Borrowed Time, such different projects, man. But Twizz, I appreciate you for tapping in with me tonight for the
You
review.
already know. You
Um,
already.
do you want to give a shout out? You want to give out all your plugs, man, so everybody can tap in with you on a regular basis?
Definitely, man. It's SB Twizz, the hood blogger. You know what I'm saying? Follow me, subscribe to the YouTube, man. You know what I mean? I try to keep it leveled out. I also do interviews. I blog the city of Philly, things of that nature. I'm trying to push the films and all that. I got one short film out right now. Follow me on Instagram, _Twizz215. And salute to everybody in the chat, man. I can't see y'all in the chat unless y'all get pinned up. But much love and respect, man. It's always love. Always good talking to y'all, man. And y'all know how we carried on the hip hop panel. Shout out to my brother Mikey T. And you know what I'm saying? It's only one way from here, y'all, and that's up.
That's right, man. We had to do this for the people. A lot of people wanted us to actually review Extreme Measures. Dark Lo really heavy with the album releases, EPs, whatever you want to call them. It's a nice body of work from Dark Lo. 11 tracks. I put it actually in the description. So everybody, do me a favor. Damn, why isn't it there in the description? Did not save. Well, you guys can go look it up right now. I'm going to put it in the description and pin it up to the top. But y'all can look up Dark Lo, Extreme Measures. It's on Apple Music. It's on Spotify. And it's also on Dark Lo's YouTube page. Now, you guys can subscribe to Twizz on YouTube as well. And everybody in here, I want you guys to follow me on the gram. Everybody that follows me on the
Salute,
gram, I
Mr.
will
Clark.
follow you back. Stay tuned for more episodes from SB Twizz, myself, and the rest of the hip hop panel, as well as new interviews coming soon, guys.
And once again, man, we cover what the people don't cover, man. As you see, we reviewing Dark John, regardless of him being booked and not here. It's always love, and we keep it sincere and genuine, man. You know what I mean? We the voice of the streets.
Yep. Yep. Facts, Ghostface. Thank you all. Appreciate everybody tuning in.
True.
Be sure to share this video if you got any friends that are listening to Dark Lo's material as well. We went over Extreme Measures track by track by track. And if you have any other albums you want to hear us review, comment it right now, and we might do it.
We might have to review that Meek John for him, Mikey.
Expensive Pain.
Definitely.
I like the sound of that, bro. I like the sound of that. Meek Mill, Expensive Pain. We might do that one next for y'all.
Salute everybody.